Hey, good morning, my friends. I'm live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Honest, I am here. Turning stormy through the day. And, I remember a long time ago, a consultant told us, don't use the word details. People are bogged down with details. So I put easy to digest details for you there. We'll track this across. Basically, it's a classic meteorology setup. We're still very warm and humid across all of lower Michigan, and an upper level trough full scale from Canada down to Illinois is moving across the state, and in the eastern half of the state we'll have it in the afternoon and evening hours when it's most unstable. So whatever the models show, you still got us meteorologists that have been doing it a long time that say, hey, all of those things combined say that the storms will increase in coverage and intensity as we go through the afternoon and evening hours, and some of those could be marginally severe. So let's get to it here. Whoops. Maybe we won't. Up. Give me a second here. Here we go. All right. So, pretty robust clump of thunderstorms around Grand Rapids now and Kalamazoo. Okay. And that will all be heading toward the east. And then another pretty big complex of thunderstorms across northern Lake Michigan, and that will be heading into northern Michigan and the UP. Now, remember, the Storm Prediction Center says that we have a marginal risk of severe weather, and what they have is they don't have a tornado threat. They have us with a 5% chance of some isolated brief severe wind gusts. So remember, severe criteria is 1-inch hail or larger, or wind gusts 58 miles an hour or stronger. Why they picked 58, I have no idea. Why we still use knots, I have no idea. Let's ditch it, folks. We're not in a wooden boat now, sailing around the globe, right? All right, Frank Melke finally got a notification. So here is that model that I'm talking about, and it shows the general trend, but the danger of you using a model is that it looks so exact, you say, oh, that storm's just going to miss me to the north at 4 this afternoon. And it doesn't work like that. It just says that, it says that the situation is possible for you to have thunderstorms. So here's 11, here's noon, and what I get out of this is that by 11 or noon, thunderstorms will be through Jackson and Lansing and heading toward Saginaw and heading into Traverse City and heading toward Ann Arbor. And by the time we get to early afternoon, Ann Arbor, you could be soaked, and the Detroit area, and the thumb will start to get soaked. And so when we're talking, 2 in the afternoon, we have the instability of the afternoon, and it's already still there this morning. Means robust thunderstorms in the afternoon. And now look at the change. This is one thing I want to show you. Okay, so this model is the high resolution rapid refresh. Rapid refresh means it runs every hour. I have all these choices. This is the latest hour. So look at, just look at an hour ago. I didn't like this run an hour ago. Look at what it does, how it depicts this afternoon. You say, oh, okay, 3 o'clock. I'm going to be missed in Flint or Bad Axe or wherever, or Detroit or Ann Arbor. I said, no, that run does not look right. And then lo and behold, 1 hour later, this is what it looks like for this afternoon. So my point is that sometimes the weather scenario gives you a better idea than the actual model that looks exact. And so what we get is we get showers and storms in the morning hours in the western half of lower, and in the afternoon, in the evening, in the eastern half of lower. Then it becomes more sparse but it's still thundering. I like this, this complex at 10 o'clock at night. I wouldn't believe that it's exactly there, but I would believe the scenario that we will have batches of thunderstorms coming through with the weather situation that we have. Now, everything becomes not real aggressive with coverage of rainfall as we go into tomorrow. This is tomorrow noontime, but again, the weather scenario says to me that we'll have showery conditions, less time raining tomorrow than raining, but still a downpour possible. Now and this will show you total rainfall off of that same model. So, you can get downpours. You see something like this, and that's an inch of rain, and in the thunderstorm, it can be 2 inches. So I think we're lining up for, half inch of rain in the next 24 hours to maybe an inch to an inch and a half in places. Now, we go into a model that goes a little bit farther out into the future. This is what it says for this afternoon. Again, not real aggressive on the sizing. And then we go into tomorrow, and it's pretty sparse on the rainfall. But notice it does start to develop these lake effect bands. And what I would say tomorrow is it'll be more clouds than sun, and you will have spurts of rain, less rainy than dry. Okay, now we pick up and go out into the future with the European model, and this is tomorrow morning into afternoon. And when you see the light gray, that's 1/10 of an inch of rain. So it says it's pretty showery in northern lower Michigan tomorrow, and otherwise it spurts. And then it says that Friday, like I talked about yesterday, Friday it starts to back off on things. This is morning rainfall on Friday, and it's just, a couple of hundreds here or there. This is afternoon and evening rainfall on Friday. Remember, I told you it's pitfall of this great model is that it hangs storms back too long. We know that most storms do not last 3 or 4 days. Kelly Van Single, what about humidity? That will go down as we get into Friday, okay? And then here's the weekend. Weekend looks good. Weekend looks different. Last weekend was barn burner. This weekend will be pumpkin spice latte. I haven't gotten into that stuff, and I don't think I will get into the pumpkin thing. I'm just not a real fan. I don't even eat pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving. It just never really tasted good. Although I will say that my wife Lisa has in the past made me great sweet potato pies, which I understand is kind of tastes just like pumpkin pie. Where are we? This is Sunday. Okay, Sunday is a good, sunny, fallish day. I'll show you the temperatures in a minute. And then the next cold front comes through on Tuesday. Then I want you to notice something. And again, another one of the pitfalls of this model is it can be too cold when you get out toward the end, but it can show you the trend. So what is this? That is colder air. And you just get the tracer of it. These are the temperatures at freezing up around 5,000 feet up. Tom Ramsey, how does early next week look for Marquette? It looks like it's going to be on the fallish side. And when you get that, you also get the spurts of lake effect rain. But point being is, we probably still have some warm weather on the way, but we also have some chilly temperatures moving in. So here are the highs. Today, we're still warm enough to support definitely Stacy Nag. Caramel is my fall go-to. Now I could join that club probably. Never thought about that one. Let's see. Today, low 80s and high humidity. Tomorrow, mid 70s east, 60s west, 69 in Grand Rapids. Friday, upper 60s south, low 60s north. Saturday, back to 70-ish. Sunday back to mid 70s, so it can rebound pretty good. Monday 70s, but look at the 60s north. And then if that colder air comes southward, you can get a case where midweek next week, you talk to a friend and say Wolverine or Sheboygan or Petoskey and they'll say, wow, I got my sweatshirt on. And you're in Ann Arbor saying, I'm running around in shorts and it's just really comfortable. That's the kind of weather we get into in mid to late September in Michigan. True fall north, still an inkling of summer in the south. This is next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So definitely some fallish feel on the way. What else do I have lined up for you here? I think that's about it for you here. So watch these storms. They can be isolated, briefly severe. It's a common sense type thing. You take cover if it gets kind of vicious at your house, and then they're through in about a half hour, and these will be all translating toward the east. So the eastern half of the state gets set for a rainy and thunderstormy off and on afternoon. Thanks for joining me. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. This is the MLive Morning Weather Update. Take care.